Hey everybody, welcome back to Zach Tech Reviews. On this channel we look at tech, mobile accessories, and gadgets. And yes, I was one of the very lucky people who managed to get my hands on a SNES Classic Edition, Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition this past Friday through online buying. It just showed up here at my office, so I want to take you guys through an unboxing here, take a look at what the system looks like. We'll also do a setup and I'll go through some of the games and whatnot. So let's take a quick tour of the box here. You can see on the front here we get the console, 2 controllers this time. With the NES Classic you only got 1 controller, and a list of some of the games down here. On the side there's some additional information, but on the back here we have some graphics and you can look at some of the games. Here's a full list of all 21 games that you get, plus the unreleased Star Fox 2 game, which I'm really looking forward to. Side note, the game I'm really looking forward to playing is Secret of Mana. Let's take a look and see what's inside here. We'll slide this right out. Box off to the side here. So on top, get an instruction manual here, pretty straightforward. Right here is the actual SNES Classic. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Right here we have our 2 controllers. Let's take a quick look at those. Here's your classic controller, and it feels just like the classic controller. Oh wow, that's amazing. Really feels good. And you can see the same kind of plug here that was on the NES Classic. Looks like we get a plug-in brick here, power brick, just like the NES Classic. So that'll plug in the wall. Micro USB to USB. This will power your SNES Classic here, just like the NES Classic. HDMI cable, which is quite nice. So HDMI to HDMI. And wow, super small. Look at the size of my hand compared to this thing. Super small, just like the NES Classic there. Of course, you've got your power button here that clicks up. You'll hit your reset button here to reset the game. And you can see on the front here that the ports do not look the same as what the plug-in looks like. You actually have to pull up and then down, and then you'll actually plug in right here. And then this kind of closes up. Kind of takes away from the look of it, but that's the kind of controller port that they put on there, so that's the way it is. On the bottom here, nothing at all. We got 4 rubberized feet. On the back, HDMI, power here, and of course everything is included. So there's everything that's included in the box. Let's go ahead and go to the TV here and hook everything up, and I'll give you guys a quick demo. Alright, so you can see here I've got the power and the HDMI running from the SNES Classic all the way over here to my TV and into the wall. Let's go ahead and fire it up and see how she looks. So you can see here that we have our SNES Classic set up here. I'm going to go ahead and hit the power. I'm going to take you guys through the initial startup menu here and a couple games. So let's go ahead and turn on the power. Turn that on. Let's get our volume up here. And here we go. So you can see here, I got to pick my language. I'm going to go with English. Hit A to select. And just like the NES Classic, here is your menu. So lots to pick from. So just like before, it looks like you can actually go down and actually put suspend points here, so you can actually save your data or you save your game as you're going. Of course, you can always set up, change up the display here. So for example, if I go into display, I can have 4:3, which is what is set right now. Pixel perfect, which means basically it cleans up the picture. Or CRT, if you want it to look like the old school, you can definitely do that. I'm gonna do pixel perfect. And then here's a new feature right here. You can actually pick the frame, because the game is in 4:3 format, and as you know, your TVs are widescreen now at 16:9. So I'm gonna pick one of these fun frames here. Let's go with this cityscape one right here. So the game, as you can see here, it's got this frame around it now. So if I go to the red one, you can see the red there. So let's go pixel perfect with this cityscape one. We'll go back. So let's go ahead and pick a game here. Let's pick Donkey Kong Country. I remember this one. This was a fun one. Let's check this out. And wow. Okay, so that one rolls, jumps, and looks like you have to pick up. Oh, you have to roll into guys. Okay, and then what does this do? Hey, there's like, okay, Donkey Kong Jr. All right, so how do you? I guess you just roll into guy. I remember at the time when this game was like groundbreaking because of 16-bit graphics. It was ahead of its time. I think I remember all this. Okay. So, unfortunately, just like the NES Classic that came out last year, if you want to start a different game or go back to the start or whatever, you still have to get up and hit the reset button. So, let's go ahead and do the reset button here. And then we go ahead and pick a different game. Now, there is a wireless controller coming out from a company called 8-Bit Do that's supposed to be coming out later on in December that will allow you to actually reset from the comfort of your couch. And it also, it's wireless, so it's Bluetooth. So when I get that, I'll definitely do an unboxing and show you guys all that there. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting. And I always liked Ryu, so I'm gonna play Ryu or Ryu. Let's see if I remember how to play. Versus Dalzim. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember how to do this. Oh. Oh no. Ow. Ow. All right. So there you go, folks. That's the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic. 21 or 22 games, I believe. Yeah, super awesome. Hopefully you can pick up one for yourself. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, please leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them here. And when I do pick up a wireless controller, I'll make sure I do an unboxing for that as well. Otherwise, if you guys like the content here, think about hitting that like button. Think about hitting that subscribe button up there as well. And we'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Cheers.